Hey guys, and welcome to this week's Stalker of the Week, which is the Father. Long story short, Stalker of the Week is a collective reading I do, where I look into a particular energy that showed off a lot when doing an all signs reading. We pull it out, we look into it and see, yo, what's up? And this week it was the wounded child and the father. Actually, mostly the father here that stood out to me. So I'm doing a reading on both. And this time we're looking into the father. Just I'm repeating myself. Please be patient with me. This is an archetype energy. And it's a personality trait. And in this case, this father often showed up as a trait in someone else that one of the zodiacs here was attracted to. So it would show up with the light side, and that is, the readings I were doing was something about looking into the next soulmate and all of that. And here the father was the trait that someone was very much attracted to, and that trait was the talent for creating and supporting life by providing positive guiding light within a tribal unit. It's the father that holds your hand, like it's imaginative here, right, in terms of archetypes, the father that holds your hand and supports you and who's there for you, right? Look at that little kid there sitting with his father. So that was a very, very attractive trait, but it could also show up for some of the signs as a negative trait, either them or within them oneself. And then when this a guiding trait turns into a negative, when it turns into when it's in the shadow, you say, it becomes dictatorial, a control, abuse of authority. So this archetype energy, this father energy, it has to do with when it's in the light of being supportive and being there, being reliable. But you remember, everything that walks in the light also has a shadow, and that's we got to look into, right? Also, that the shadow being wanting to control the situation. And actually in that way kind of strangling, actually being somewhat abusive, taking over someone else's control, someone else's right to have an opinion for themselves, basically, right? But we will see what it's about. I can't say this is what is going to play out here, right? We're just going to look into it. What I'm going to start with is I'm going to pull some keynotes and here just set the context as why is this interesting. And then let's see where it takes us, all right? Because this is an archetype energy. So, well, yeah. Take what resonate with you guys. Show me the father here. Show me 3 of them. Yes. We have validation, soulmate connection, and gratitude and appreciation. Alright, I feel so I'm actually picking up on a person. Whoever this is, I don't know, you, them, who, whatever. Someone in the future, someone in the past, I don't know. Let's just go into it. This is just a personality trait within someone who is validating, who has this gift or this talent or just a positive trait of recognizing other people, validating them. And by validating, it's actually the acceptance. The acceptance of people as they are, and that brings this soulmate connection. I feel so this it may actually tie up to that soulmate readings I did, because this could be a soulmate who has that validating presence, and they are just very grateful and appreciative of life in general. So this is going to be interesting. I also get that this could also be a reading that has, we will look into it, right? But it could have something to do here with being grateful. Now, what did I write here? To be grateful for all that you have, including accumulated life experiences, bad with the good and the bad, right? This actually ties up with the wounded child, which is that of forgiveness. Alright, I want to see. Why is it showing? Alright. Woof! Ooh. We're going to talk about the shadow side of that father here. Is the mask in the reverse? Kind of a look into that. Just to get the mask in the reverse. Well, the mask is something we carry in life to just, I want to almost say, to get us through, right? But to we know when to show up with what kind of a face almost. When it's in, yeah, it's something here that's rejected. When we carry the mask, when it's in the upright. If we then carry a mask, we know why we're doing it. We know why we're showing up in a situation in a particular way. For instance, let's say you are faced with a very, very toxic situation and you have to, protect yourself, so you carry a mask of a sort. Or that just, let's say you go on a theater stage, right? Or stage, you carry a mask, you're playing a different character. But when it's but you're doing it while knowing what you're doing, right? When it's in the reverse, there's something here that we reject, right? It's about carrying that mask with oneself and then actually getting lost at it. It could be this person here, and that have been playing this role of being caring and being guiding and always being supportive of everyone else. That they could have started carrying that mask at some point in time here, and now they got lost in it. But it's important here that to also be reflective of oneself. If this person does not become reflective of oneself, or is not, then this shadow side can come in here, right? That sounded a little bit crazy, but maybe this person here, although they're a good person, we're not talking about toxic person here, but is this person here, this who carries this father, where's this father within them, do they deal well with uncertainty, or do they become scared, and is fear a trigger where they can then turn into the shadow side, which could be a little bit where they abuse the power that they are in, and that power could be a position, right? This father is also typical, you see them as team leaders, right? Similar to the king is often a little bit more of a someone who is in a position of power, right? But and then the father, the king is also in the father is also in the king, because this strong masculine energy of being the leader, right? But here it's more like that person who then supports. Show me more here about why this is interesting. Father. Because it's a matter about healing. Taking a break. I feel as though this may be a representative of the person here. The King of Pentacles. Zoom, focus. Someone here who is healing and holding on for their security. This person here is very practical. Very, very practical in nature. So it's interesting to talk about how this person holds to themselves and protects themselves for some reason or another. Am I getting a story? I think that I am. This validation shows up with the Tower. Tower is also very masculine energy to me as a reader, because it's the ego, it's the boundaries, it's something here that's almost crashing down, crackling down here. I feel as though this person here is it's like it's coming out of nowhere that they really appreciate someone. Be now, present, future. Yes, now, present, part. Yeah, whatever. This person here, they have a good heart and all of that. It's just it's like they are rejecting part within themselves that they know They know they really there's something here that they validate. And who they validate is probably the person that they're with. It's the Queen of Pentacles, right? And to the King of Pentacles, they really validate this person here. This could be over, a connection that's over, but yeah. The soulmate connection that they're in here is like this Queen of Pentacles here. I feel there's some, yeah. Whoever they validate, they may feel a strong connection here to this person, but the person that they are connected to is very independent. They almost show up as single, right? Why is gratitude and appreciation then showing up with the Seven of Swords? It could be because there's some deception taking place here. Maybe this person is not speaking about their appreciation, or there could have been, of course, someone here coming in between. But mostly, I feel as though this is this man here who then has this pride within him and would rather walk away than speak about it. So maybe we are talking about someone who's coming into terms that this is like the typical energy that we have it in the light, but we also have the shadow here, right? And this father here then also has, although he's very good in all that, he also has it within him here to have this pride. And that may be because he has gotten lost in some sort of a role that he has to be strong. But of course, it could be you. I don't know why I'm just enjoying saying here today that it's him. It happens. Growth. Didn't that show up last week as well? Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness and peace. I am a being of love and energy, love and success. What is that about? Why are there so many queens showing up suddenly? Oh, that creates a headache. Too many queens. This person here may actually be this father here. Maybe actually very, very creative. I feel as though this person here is trying to figure out the way into their own heart almost. I'm gonna say that someone here couldn't be pregnant, but I just, yeah, no, but let's not go there. Yeah. Remember, the traits that we are attracted to in others are also traits that we can find within ourselves. Because this father here showed up as someone here who's, a lot of the zodiacs really find that very attractive. So mostly likely it's because this person here represents something that the collective would have within themselves as well if they were to shine light into it, right? But this person, if you're talking about a person, it's someone here who's actually taking a step back. They're taking a step back. They're very, very mature. They're very stable. And I feel as though they are aware. If they have any bad habits, they are aware of them. And they are keen on being more open here. This person, of course, they still sometimes have a little bit. They have this, still have a little bit of a desire here to control the situation. They may actually, they show, I feel as though they are the ones who are being deceptive when if they say to people, or just if this is someone you're dealing with, if they say that they are patient, because I don't feel as though they are patient. They do sometimes have a desire here to control time. They can't do that though, right? So this father here, what can this father, I don't know, let's do it for the fun of it. What can this father here control? Alright, no, yeah, why not? It could be you, right? That's so interesting. They want to control time. They can't control time. They can't control timing. What they can control is the mystic. The mysterious person within themselves. Remember, guys, this can be you, right? This can be you, that you have this desire here to just to lead people. But if you then in this case, what would come as a shock here when if you start validating, you validate the people around you here, then understand that what you may be triggered on is if you try to control time, meaning that the time factor could be a trigger. At least here for the person, whoever who has this father energy, the time issue, time factor would be a trigger point, meaning that impatience, basically, right, would then be the releaser of the shadow shard, the desire here to control. Like, I'm not patient. That's when it comes in. Oh, or did you wanted to look into the mystic, right? Why not read it? I love it when we read it. The mystic. I know, mystic. There we go. So what this father here can control, if this is you. The mystic is often misunderstood in our culture, depicted as a wandering or light-hearted daydreamer. Yet, like Shiva, the true mystic plays a critical role in society, remaining fearlessly dedicated to the path of transformation. In order to save the earth from darkness, Shiva swallows the poison of the world and holds it in his throat, slowly transmuting the liquid into nectar. Oh, that's a long story here. This is basically the work of the mystic. They do not fear darkness, but rather they sit in the presence of it, harness the potential and latent energy behind it, and embed it with light. They are patient and prudent change makers, seeking growth above all else. Unanswerable questions are the mystic's lifeblood. The mystic revels in mystery, in the great riddle of life, dancing with the forces of light and dark upon his wing. Yeah. Some call it, what's it, the light maker? No, the what's it called? The light worker, yeah. To me, it's the scientist. The mystic, so what this father energy here can control is the patience. And it's the capacity to sit in chaos, basically. To sit in chaos, which is a patient discipline here, because in chaos there is no, that's also where you find the dark, I would say, right? Imagine the place of chaos, like the underworld, is the place where there is no vision about where you're going to go. Everything just floats. It's just, being faced with the impossible task. You have to find a solution to it. It's like, we have to figure out a solution to this problem. And you're like, what is the problem? I don't know, but we have to find a solution. It's like, there's no, you don't know what you're dealing with. You don't know where you're going, but you know you have to go somewhere. Then you have to sit in that place, that chaotic place where you're just confused and you have to figure out how do things relate to each other? What is the network here, right? The mystic can do that. And this is what I call him, the scientist, because when you start up on a task, just, it doesn't have to be science, but whenever you have these complicated tasks, you're faced with chaos, basically, right? There's no straightforward path here. What matters there is that you then stay in your integrity. And that's also where the father comes in here, right? The talent for creating and supporting life and providing positive guiding light within a tribal unit. That's what this energy here does, is about cutting through that, staying in the energy, being patient, and then when the answer then comes, following a lot of hard work, right? Then you can guide here, right? So this is an energy that can be pulled upon within you, within this person. That's where this father energy really stays strong. But when it is triggered into the shadow side, when it becomes a little bit dictatorial, is when it cannot stay patient and when it tries to control time, right? So be mindful of time. What does Kairos say? Let's look into Kairos. Why not? I love these. I say it all the time. We have all had the experience of timelessness of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk in a lonely conversation. Yes, lovely conversation. This is known as the mythic time. It is the territory of chaos. The card suggests that there's a secondary time continuum that goes beyond earthly clocks and shadows. What's the point of this? Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or to act. When this card comes, it's all about patience and precision, right? No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. Ooh. This is interesting. This is about patience. It's about not pushing other people. Most likely pushing other people, pushing your environment to act before they're ready, or to provide something before you're ready, or they are ready. And time and precision. Yeah, precision. That's why you get. It depends on what you set your time limit here, right? Depending what it is that you want, you get what you give them. If you pressure, you will get a panic, right? That's very interesting. This is far better than that wounded child reading, because that was just no. There's not really much there. But let's see here. This mystic. Yeah, I keep time. They can't control time, right? So they can't control time, and what they can control is the new beginning and throwing oneself into the unknown. This is, it's like, I love it when they go together. Look at that. You just means just chaos right there. All right. Shall we do a just for the fun of it? See where's this going for this king here, for this father, for this father. Where's it going for the father at the current moment? Whoever it is, be you. It is a father energy. Could be just a collective trait. I'm so glad if this is someone that you're attracting in, or that you... this person here may have to... Did I just see this card patience again? Alright, sorry. Why is this person here maybe going into... a tradition that may not be beneficial for them? They will have to deal with the murkiness of the emotions that are heaviness. I feel as though they're ready here. And there may be someone here who's asking for something. It's like when someone here gives you a gift, but they're doing it in a way where they are actually expecting something from you. It's a little bit of a manipulative energy there, right? All right, there. That's good. I did, for the fun of it, pull one and said, this is this father energy, and this is over here for you if you're not the father. All right. So this father here is going to say no. It's almost like the family. This is almost dictatorial energy when someone here tries to put you in the box and let you stay in the box and just let you follow tradition. This energy is heading towards this father here energy is starting to say no to that, to get out of the boredom, and also getting out of superficial energies, meaning that let's say that the understanding that love is what brings love is a million cash. But it's just but some people may believe that's fine. I'm not going to judge that, but it's just an energy here of superficiality, basically. And they will have to face with the murkiness that comes with when two people hold hands here, right? But they will probably have to deal with some sort of a hissy fit here, someone here who gets impatient when it's that they don't get... it could be within this person herself here, right? Where they offer out something here where they have a hidden motive. They will have to deal with that if they then get a no, right? Let's say that this is a Let's say this is a man or woman who is used to getting whatever they want when they ask people out, and then they are met with someone who says no. Because when I looked at you here, you were like, I don't want to go back to the beginning. I don't want to go back to what I know. I don't want to repeat the past. Not saying that this is a past person, but let's say that this person here then comes towards you with an energy that you have seen before, and you're like, I'm not going back to that. Then you may actually represent a little bit of the wounded child energy, which is that of, if you haven't already done it, didn't you? Well, wounded child energy is someone here who has a past hurt they carry with them into the present. I'm not seeing that here. I'm just more seeing a reluctance here to go back to something that wasn't that good. I don't know if this is done here, but be mindful here of how you manifest, that you don't manifest from a place of hate. Or just, I mean, did you have a clean and open heart? If this is a guy or woman who's coming towards another person who has these energies, oh, good luck. Because but then if this is you then over here, whoever this has these energies, someone here is tired of actually getting more and more tired of remaining in status quo, because I feel as though someone here is building walls around themselves here because they don't want to repeat the past, but they gotta be mindful that they don't manifest from a place where that's where the past has not been forgiven, right? I did the wounded child, and that was actually someone who showed up as having forgiven the past, but over here we have a wounded child that shows up as having not forgiven something that happened in the past, not fully, and that would then would then be a little bit of a challenge here for this person here, which actually shows up good, right? But definitely having to, if this is a past person coming to a new person, or they just bring a little bit of a past energy, like let's say immature dating patterns, if it is in love, they would be faced with a challenge, and that would then probably lead to having to let go of any kind of superficial or traditional way of dating, which could be like putting people on the back burner or whatever people do nowadays, right? And having to deal with the murkiness and depth that comes with being in a true connection here, right? That's it. Yeah. Hope you got anything from it. I will see you next time. Take care.